a word of precaution. 3 of the senior advisory committee members are elected Ashland officials. The remaining 8 members have diverse qualifications and experience on senior issues. 6 of the 8 members are affiliated with organizations that involve senior services. They are RVCOG and its Age-Ability Resource Connection, Ashland at Home, SOU, OLLI, and the city's Health and Human Services Commission. These members have performed commendable service for our community and those organizations, and the committee can bring about constructive enhancement to the Ashland Senior Program if they do so in an independent, objective manner and without any restrictions that may be imposed upon them by ARPC. Ashland's municipal code for advisory commissions includes a code of ethics for the state. The code of ethics says, quote, "The city of Ashland is committed to the highest ethical standards for its public officials. To ensure public confidence, all members of advisory commissions and boards must be independent, impartial, responsible, and not use their position for personal gain or to benefit or harm others. Advisory commissions and boards shall operate in the general public interest, serving the community as a whole, and serve no special interests. Advisory commission and board members shall not endorse in their official capacity any commercial product or enterprise." Excuse me. Members should be aware of the criminal codes, ethics, and conflict of interest laws set forth in the state statutes and city ordinances, including, but not limited to, the State of Oregon Criminal Code. In order for the advisory committee members to assess options for recommended senior social services, it should thoroughly review what was in place in the senior program before APRC's August 9th changes. Otherwise, how can the committee legitimately judge whether the suggested changes are an improvement? The 43-year-old program integrated social services were not documented in an operations and procedures manual or any other detailed document that we know of. The prudent way to obtain the information would be to invite the laid-off senior program manager who performed the services to present them to the committee. Note that while a few of the advisory members have worked with the senior manager, they were not involved in the daily social service interactions and do not have a good understanding of the work that was involved. The advisory committee, with its links to other senior service organizations, might sometimes appear to the public to be like sharks circling a prey if they do not verify the past services and their efficiencies.
We're at 3 minutes, so finish up, please. Thank you.
We hope this input helps guide you because we feel certain that all of you are acting with the best of intentions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm Gwen Davies. I live in Ashland. For months now, Ashland Parks and Recreation Commissioners Michael Black, Rachel Dials, and now perhaps this committee have steadfastly ignored a massive outpouring from Ashlanders who come from all over town but are speaking in one voice. This reorganization of the Senior Center and programs wiped out everything that the Senior Center stood for as originally described in the mission statement. Our center was a template for many others and came from the human decency of Ashland residents and leaders in the 1970s. The current actions came from a small group devoted to their own agendas and disdaining the public. Reversing their direction was easy, but has not happened yet. One of our main points has been the lack of proper public notice and involvement. The committee seems to be proceeding in the same way that APRC and top staff have. If one looked at the calendar and said, which are the 2 worst weeks of the year in which to schedule meetings to get public input on an issue of vital concern to the community, they are the weeks the committee has picked. Do I even need to mention this is a season of holidays, holy days, for our 2 major religions, these 2 weeks? These 2 weeks are also the most precious for families to spend time together, whether out of town or coming here. It's the busiest time of year for dozens of parties, concerts, gatherings, services, family vacations, etc. My reaction to hearing the schedule was to wonder why. It's so insulting, such a barrier, and reveals a lack of respect for the public. These meetings should have happened in January after much more public notice. I thought no one would ever think of looking on the website to see if meetings were being scheduled. Those I talked to who are not very involved but have some awareness stated, boy, they really want to squelch public input. I repeatedly bring up the issue of using only the website to announce public meetings, especially those of importance. There should have been several big ads in both newspapers announcing meetings in January for those who do not look at, own, or use computers to have a chance to learn about. Many seniors do not use the center yet or are avoiding it because of what's been happening. This is some sort of prejudice that actually leaves out a class of seniors and others. Again, it violates the very spirit of our society, beliefs that require public information, access to it, and most importantly, transparency and accountability. Many more issues are emerging as time goes by. One is particularly disturbing. Seniors are now being used for photo ops, PR, and marketing with no one having the slightest idea that one asks permission in such a sensitive setting, ensures that only those who want to be filmed are in the shots. And if you really know what you're doing, one has written permission. Instead, there's mass filming, violating privacy with no courtesy. Seniors are made to feel it's expected. They will be put on display, used, and pressured. I wonder how many people feel their lunches are at stake if they say they do not want to be used as a publicity stunt. I foresee an almost universal public involvement as seniors see how they can and will be treated in the future. It was objectionable. It's repellent now.
Thank you.